Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. I had to print out another paper because the other one got destroyed. It's going to be day 20 working on the 63 Falcon Sprint. What I'm going to be doing is, first up, I'm going to see what's up with the shifter, because it went first, third, fourth, no problem, but going in the second, the shifter, it felt like it stopped before it fully went into second gear. And that would most likely be the shifter stop bolt that keeps you from over jamming the transmission. It stops the shifter before the trans gets wrecked. So I'm going to crawl under there and see if I can adjust that. And then I'm going to try to get the moldings put on. I really can't get the camera down in there to show you what I was doing, but I think it's adjusted. What I need to do now is, since it's raining outside, can't drive it, I'm going to jack the back end of the car up, start it, and shift it and see how it works. I'm pretty sure it's going to work fine. Okay, I'm in the car. I'm going to try to, I guess, hold the camera and go through the gears. Starts right up. Neutral. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Third. Second. Neutral. First. Second. Third. Fourth. No problem. Back to second. Easy peasy. Guess I should try reverse, huh? Here's reverse. Reverse, you gotta go over against the spring and then up. Well, let's go in reverse because you see the speedometer needle disappeared. So I'll go back to first. There, needle's climbing. Second. Third. Fourth. Yeah, that was the problem. It just wasn't letting me go all the way back in the second. You know, at first it came back a little bit, but it wasn't quite going into gear. So it was just that over travel stop screws. So that's fixed. So now it's going to be on to something else. I noticed the other day when I was dusting it off to go for a ride that there's an area under the quarter panel, like in here, between the back tire and the bumper, that needs to be rubbed out some more. You can still see little sanding scratches here where I didn't rub it enough. So I'm going to rub it out now. got that whole area buffed out. It's all super shiny, and the scratches that I saw are gone. I'll check over the rest of the car, but I don't think I missed any other spots. Figured it was time to go over the recap of how many hours everything took. First 4 days came to 20 hours. Then day 5 through day 12 is 58 hours. Total 78. Day 13 through day 19 comes to 49 extra hours. Running total 127 hours. This is day 20. I'm not done working, so I didn't list hours. But I did put down the materials to date. That was $1,700. So 127 hours labor so far and $1,700. None of this stuff is cheap, folks. But this is a beautiful car. I did go look around. I didn't see any other areas that need to be rubbed out. So unless I get the clips today, I can't do anything else. I just have to wait and see. The molding clips are here. So now I can use them to get the moldings on. But what I need to do first is, since these front two attachments here, or at least one of them, is a bolt or a nut on the inside of the car, I gotta take the side trim panels off to get to the nut. It means I gotta take the back seats out. That should be quick and easy, so I'm gonna get that done right now. I'm going to go over on the passenger side of the car and pull back that plastic so I could show you the area that I need to get into. Right in there. Now I can reach in and get that attachment. That's just not going to be possible to show you as I do it. I'll bring you back when it's done. I'm going to try to illustrate how these clips work. They have some fingers that go into the square hole, and there's these tabs right here that when you pinch these together, those are going to spread apart. So the idea is you put this in the square hole, hold it in there, and then squeeze these tabs together. Might have to get better pliers. And that's supposed to lock that clip into position. Like that. So, I'm going to get it straight and then give it another squeeze. There we go. Done. So now, to get it off, you would need to stick a screwdriver in between those blades twist it to collapse those fingers on the back. Some of these other clips, I can get you in focus here, are bent, and if I have enough of the new clips, I'll replace the ones I can. I'm gonna try to get this long one on here. It has 3 studs on the back, 2 studs back here, one up there that goes in that front hole. So put that one in the front hole. He's going here. I gotta hold it, reach around, and put a nut on there. See, that should hold it so that I can reach on the inside. Get this nut on. I just want to get the nuts on to hold the molding so it doesn't fall off there while I try to install it. I already got the door one on. Scary hitting these moldings, get it on the clips. Watching the whole quarter panel flex as you do it. But you know, in the factory, that's how they did it. They just beat them on there. Okay, get the other nut on. And I can move to the other side. Okay, I'll be able to tighten those in a minute, but I'll give you a quick overview of what the car is going to look like. The molding's on for the first time in 3 weeks. The tripod's not cooperating with me. It's going to look very, very, very nice. Now I just need to go do that to the other side and then tighten up the nuts. All the clips are in on the passenger side. I was able to take out the bent ones and straighten them and put them back in. So now all I need to do is snap the moldings on and tighten up the nuts. Now I need to put the scuff plates back on here. They're only held on with a few screws. Moldings went on okay. Took a hell of a lot longer than I thought, but they're on. I didn't think it would take over 2 hours to put 4 moldings on, but Those clips were not fun at all. And then getting to the attachments. The door ones took a long time to get on. Again, none of it should have taken long. Just did. This other stuff, like the seats, these scuff plates, those door trim panels, none of that's an issue. That's pretty all super easy. Okay, folks, we're getting there. We're getting close to the end. The screw on the inside here goes horizontally. That one's tough to find a hole. Kind of buried in the carpet or behind the carpet. Okay, the last screw up in the front here. Then I just got to repeat this on the passenger side. And, whoops. Gonna give it a final wipe down here. The scuff plate molding's done on this side. And as soon as I get this wiped off, it's going to be the end of this project. It'll be the end of day 20. End of me working on the 63 Falcon Sprint. I thank you for watching Dan's Messy Garage. I hope you enjoyed the series on this project. Stay tuned to the channel for more projects. I don't know what they're going to be yet. They could be more work on the 78 Mustang 2. It could be more work on the 76 Monarch. It could be painting a Cobra kit car. It could be painting a 68 Camaro convertible. Or other things. I just don't know what's next. And, well, actually, it's possible next project's going to be for the same owner on another car that he has. He needs an exhaust system put on one of them. So I might be doing that. I don't know. I'll be doing something. But thanks for watching Dan's Messy Garage. Have a good day. Bye.